The first step in our LED T8 retrofit project is to determine which end of the light fixture will receive the AC power. This will be considered the live end. The opposite end of the fixture will be the dead end. Always be sure to disconnect the power and shut off all electricity at the source. Our next step is to remove the reflector or ballast cover to expose the ballast and internal wiring. Once this is done, we're going to now remove the ballast. The ballast is held down by 2 mounting screws. Remove these screws and set aside. Take off all orange wire nuts that go from the ballast to the power supply lines and also to the T8 sockets. The ground wire from the ballast will also have to be removed. After the wires are disconnected, remove the old sockets from the live end of the fixture. To save some time, I have pre-installed 18 gauge solid copper jumper wires into the new sockets, along with the new wire leads to reach the power supply wires. Always use solid core wires in push-in socket connections. Push the new sockets into their mounting locations. Our next step is going to be attaching the black and white wires to the appropriate incoming power supply wires using UL listed wire nut connectors. Make sure all connections are secure. We also need to replace the ground screw for the incoming power supply line. After making connections at the live end of the fixture, cut back all wires going to the dead end sockets. After the wires are cut, cap with the UL listed wire nut. Now we can replace the ballast housing cover or reflector. We can now insert the new LED lamps with the appropriate labeled end on the live end of the fixture. Make sure the lamps are seated properly in the sockets and positioned correctly in the fixture. We can now turn the power back on at the source and plug in the fixture. Test to make sure the lamps are working properly. This concludes our T8 LED retrofit project.